We are now ready to hear auditions for the role of Joseph.
Hi, I'm Joe. Joe Staleman.
Hey Joe, why are you auditioning for the role of Joseph today?
Well, in all honesty, pound for pound, my wife made me do it.
Oh, so this is not something you volunteered on your own?
No, I ain't no fool.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
I can't. I wish I could. My wife says I'm kind of like this caveman, you know, living in my own little world. I watch, or at least she thinks, way too much Sports Center and hillbilly fishing and, oh, my favorite, I love NASCAR. Such a great sport, but it's so hard to follow, you know. They do 500 laps. I've only got my 10 fingers and my 10 toes. I mean, I don't know. I'm not no college fella, you know, but anyways, she thinks I need to be giving back more of this, you know, body of Christ and all.
I see. Well, Joseph is a big role. The earthly father of the Messiah trekked the trail from their hometown to Bethlehem on foot over 300 miles to register for the census. Married a woman that was pregnant with the Son of God. Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, about that. You know, I was thinking if I had to do this, be more like, you know, a shepherd or something. They got some kind of difficulty, but I mean, it's not as easy as the sheep. You know, sheep, all they gotta do is eat. But, you know, my wife thinks I should play, you know, Joseph, because my name is Joseph Arlene Staleman.
Arlene?
Well, it's kind of a long family story. Anyways, my wife, or not my mother's is a twin, and she has a sister who is her cousin's brother's mother's sister. Her name is Arlene. So according to our family tradition where I come from, I have to take their middle name as, you know, my middle name. So anyways, it's kind of really embarrassing and humiliating when you were a kid, you know, and your parents go and call out your middle name because they're mad at you, you know. So she's like, Joseph Arlene Staleman, you put that kitty cat down now, here. God is not going to put them on this green earth for you to go be making boomerangs out of. And don't you think I do not see those firecrackers in your hands now? Come on, attach them again to those poor little kitty cats' tails. Mama was always very sensitive to the feline community.
I guess someone needed to. You just might be perfect for the role of Joseph, Joe.
Pound for pound, I guess I'm just not seeing what you're seeing, I reckon.
Here's the deal. All the emotions you have felt, the confusion, the embarrassment, humiliation, disillusionment, Joseph felt all of those.
Yeah, about that. I just don't see that in that little manger scene. I know, I see Joseph's, he's got his hand on the staff, and he keeps it up for comfort. He's got his arm around Mary, whom I'm pretty sure he loves. And he's looking down at little baby Jesus. Actually, no, just a little baby. And thinking there's a couple years in the future of a couple headaches. I mean, where's all the embarrassment and humiliation there?
How do you think Joseph got to that moment? What do you think were the emotions going on in Joseph's heart, soul, and mind when the angel delivered the news that Mary would be with child carrying the Son of God?
I'm guessing he was thinking, Mary had done a good job delivering that baby now. I'm pretty proud of you.
As you would say, pound for pound, it was probably a major blow for his world. He had to decide whether to follow what the angel Gabriel told him, as crazy as it sounded, or do what's best for him.
That's kind of how I live my life, I guess. I'm just a live and let live kind of guy.
It's easier to be that way. But think about what it says in Luke 1:19. The angel Gabriel told Joseph, I stand in the presence of God, and I was sent to speak to you and to bring you this good news. Do you think this was good news at first for Joseph, or did he have to wrestle with what everyone would think?
I reckon he was thinking that it's not his will, but God's will?
Exactly.
Kind of like my situation. It's not my will, but my wicked wife's will. I may not know my Bible as well as I ought to, but I know it says that in the family, the husband is the head, and the head should be doing the speaking. I gotta call my pastor up, tell him, oh, I got a great message for Sunday morning. My wife needs to go down to that altar and repent.
Now you've gone off track. Speaking of a union, Joseph, after hearing the news and being a righteous man, wanted to divorce Mary quietly so it wouldn't be brought out in the public. Back then, even during an engagement, it took 2 witnesses to legally get a divorce. He thought Mary was unfaithful. It wasn't until the angel said to marry her and take her home that Joseph followed.
Well, I guess maybe I am right for the part then, I suppose. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
I think you are. I think you nailed your audition with the simple realization it's not your will but God's. His son would say the same exact thing 33 years later as he died for the sins of the world.
I sure am glad he died for me on Calvary. I'll remember that when I'm looking down at him in that little manger. That's kind of what you theater folk call getting into character, right?
Something like that.
But do I have to wear, one of those, like, biblical robe-y thingies?
You do.
Well, how about this? Can I just wear, my camo hunting pants? They're kind of like a robe.
Sorry, not your will.
Yes, sir. I get it.
Joe?
Yes, sir.
Give me that Joseph pose one more time.
He's got his hand on the staff. His arm around Mary, who he does love, looking down at baby Jesus, his future salvation. Pound for pound.